What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and EA Sports has made this very tempting, but I'm going to go ahead and wait for Easter, which is tomorrow, before I strike or pull any kind of action in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. I'm going to explain to you what EA Sports did. So pretty much they dropped Patrick Peterson. All right, that card is a stud. I'm going to actually go over everything you would have to actually need for him to make him suitable for any team, including a team like mine that I only really, I look for Avalanche. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're an Avalanche dude, yo, bro, we good. Other than that, you don't really play for me, so it's like certain parts of his card where I can go over it with you guys. It's going to be pretty much like some free sauce. Usually I give this to my members and my subscribers, but you know what? I'm going to let you guys know the type of insight that you need to get more turnovers and things like that in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. So look, they gave you guys the option, right, to be able to, pull this twice to be able to get Patrick Peterson. The problem is, right, he's only going for about 2 mil. So he's not like one of those cards that are going to be like way out of reach. So you might want to be careful for it. And again, they did the same thing they did with Julio Jones. You're pretty much going to get him for $100. Now, if you're wondering why they're doing it like this is very late Madden. So if you're just getting into it, this is the time where they just come outright and just put things for money in the store. All right. So if you understand what the remainder of the year is about, which should only be golden tickets and rookie premieres, you wouldn't really be spending money right now. The last time that Madden was really, really good in my actual memory, where we were still spending money leading up to the new game, was probably the original Madden 25, which was like, what is that, 2013 or something like that? Whatever it was, the 24, whatever it was, because the game was really good. This game, not so much. So you got, be careful with it. If you want to do it, just make sure you understand you should probably wait until Easter. Now, EA Sports also doubled down and gave us a really good player in Jack Youngblood, and I think they gave us a really good center also. So they're trying to make us spend money early on when tomorrow the market is going to crash. Because everybody that actually spent money with limiteds and stuff like that, they're going to try to get rid of it early, unless EA Sports was smart and they gave them crazy baked on abilities for zero. That is the only way that those limiteds that we've seen are going to be like for any type of value. It doesn't matter which one of the cards it is. That's the only time that, what else would you spend for? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get a bunch of limiteds and it's like Walter Jones is a power limited and he's just a tackle and he doesn't get anything really OP, what are you going to do with it? You're not going to do anything. You're going to be like, yo, this is done. So you're not going to try to figure out a way to utilize him. You're going to want to get rid of him. If players don't want him, his price is then going to tank, and it's going to change everything with the market. So more than likely, they're going to give everybody baked on abilities and stupidness like that to kind of make it appealing. But we have to wait first to see exactly what they do. Now, Jack Youngblood is good stuff, not so much for Wes Welker. So what makes Jack Youngblood good? You can pick whatever you want. 2 of the most OP abilities in the game, which is Colossus and Unstoppable Force, he gets them both. All right? You could be like, I don't know anyone that wants to have Colossus and Unstoppable Force, but it's something you can try. If you're really into just like straight destroying your opponent's like whole mental state, you could probably try both of those. I think, only one will do, but it's cool that he has both of them. So his price right now was above 3 mil, right? Because he's a limited and everybody now, okay, only one is left for 4.8. Is his card valuable? Yes, but 4.8 million valuable? No. And it's only going to get crazier as we get closer to Easter, because EA Sports may actually end up dropping, opening up the eggs earlier than the usual 10:30 time. So it may even affect the market earlier. But the reason that I'm pointing that out, because it's the weekend, right? And the limiteds are in packs, you can pull him in one of those eggs that have Ultimate Legends. So that's what this whole story is about, to kind of give you insight into it. So if you can just wait and hold off for another day, you may end up getting a lot of these cards for a lot cheaper. Now, there is no guarantee that his price is going to change. Why? He's a limited. So unless EA completely messes up and causes a crazy thing like they did earlier today, where they gave out auctionable legends in the solos. If you played your week 10 solos or whatever week it is for Ultimate Legends, you were able to get an auctionable card for free, right? I got Jason Taylor. I didn't sell him because his price dropped, but those are the type of things that happen. When EA Sports just starts doing whatever, it gets really, really weird. So this right here, he's going for, let's check what his price is, $294. So it didn't make any sense for me to actually sell him. Now, if there's a reason for me to turn him into training tomorrow, I will do so, because I already have the card. So it doesn't matter. I don't need another one. But this is the kind of stuff that they do. They create these random glitches and a lot of these other things that go on. And if you're able to take advantage of it, you can make out, right? So that's why I'm saying if you just hold off, there is a high chance, a very high probability that something goes haywire and it may benefit you. And that's just the way EA Sports operates. Now, let's take a look at the packs, okay? Because if you have a ton of packs, look, my last live stream, I would say 80% of my viewers have pulled a limited. Let me know if you've pulled one also. All right, so it's not like oh my God, I can't believe I got all these cards. Everybody's pulling limiteds except for me. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys again. These are the eggs that I have. All right, I don't have anything too spectacular. I don't know what's going on. I told you guys what's in all of them in the previous video, but what I'm saying is I don't know if the regular mediums or the regular small eggs or the randomized stuff is gonna be like it was last year. And you'll probably pull limiteds. Last year, we pulled limiteds out of small eggs, all right? And everybody was like, yo, what's going on? But I had better eggs last year and I got garbage. So I don't know what's gonna happen this year. Maybe they'll fix it because I got all trash, but there's a chance that if you're walking around with medium eggs and small eggs, that there's gonna be some really good stuff in there, right? And then the people that actually spent a lot of money is gonna probably be the same way last year where it's like, yo, you're not getting anything. That's how EA rolls. So if we just wait, right, until tomorrow when all this stuff is done, everything is hatched, everything is out, you know, it's good, we may have more success than if you were to spend right now. Because there's a high chance that if you buy those cards right now, you may lose a lot tomorrow. Now, whatever happens to the market, what I'm gonna need you guys to do is to figure out the cards you actually want. Patrick Peterson, like I said, as much as I, really would want to get his card, it's really not of any interest to me. But I'm going to show you guys pretty much what one of my viewers discovered earlier with him, because the only thing that's missing from him is the fact that he doesn't get Avalanche. Everything else about his card is wild as F. Like, he's a true baked on ability card. So 0 AP, 0 AP, 0 AP. He gets the other chemistry here out of position where he can get, 2 more inches. He can meet 6'3". So his card has everything except for Avalanche. But I'm going to tell you how you can actually get Avalanche. And this was tested earlier by one of my viewers and myself and someone else that's going to be promoting. We actually sponsor C Shoddy. Check him out on live streams. This is something that's going to happen for you guys where you're going to try to figure out what else you need. So all you're going to need, right, is Enforcer Supreme, Extra Pop, and Form Tackler. If you have these 3 things, you are going to force fumbles with Patrick Peterson. It's very similar to the way that Avalanche works. So what's going to happen is, although you don't have Avalanche and the people that you play against, they won't really know what you're doing when you're always going for a hit stick with them. But it's those 3 together are going to give you a very high chance of fumbles. All right. So don't worry too much about the fact that he doesn't get Avalanche if you do have the card, because it could work out for you either way. Because remember, you can get all of that for 0. And you could put him at safety or wherever you want to put him, and he would probably be more valuable than some of the cards that you have right now. But he'll still be available in packs tomorrow. So once Easter is here and everything comes out, you may be able to snag him for a lot cheaper than he is right now. All right? Plus, for as long as that bundle is up for $100, it makes it easier for you to get a chance to get him anyway, because other people are going to still spend money and they may want to sell, their card after whatever. But if you have him already and you're worried about the fact that he does not get Avalanche, don't worry about it no more. Throw those abilities on him. They're all free, and with universal coverage, he's a complete corner. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Happy Easter. Enjoy your day. One love, y'all.